Uh-oh, Blue. If he goes right of the house,
Oh!
this might be ugly
Oh,
for him.
oh, oh, oh!
Oh, this could be so bad.
Oh,
He
okay.
saw it.
Whew. Oh, that was a close one.
Oh, and he lost a villager.
Yeah. It's better than losing a king, though.
And it's better than losing 2 villagers, which he did afterwards. Oh boy. Ooh, and this is even a wild one, because the monument is not accessible with any land units, so this will be guaranteed to be a long game here.
Yeah, players will have to go into make some docks in the middle, and the monument won't be taken for quite a while. I know Purple's right there, but he's not going to be able to quite get it. He's actually building a dock right away. That's kind of weird. So I guess this won't be as long of a game as maybe we thought.
Well, he will have a good advantage at the start. Playing Regicide also means you have a lot of resources, so people will try to contest that, but Purple with a perfect start, and he will be far ahead.
Yeah, exactly. And Red is actually going to place his dock right there as well. There's actually no fish in that area, which is there's not that many fish anyway. That's kind of unusual. One thing I did want to mention is that there is going to be a little bit of a balance between scouting with your king and keeping your king safe, and certainly players should be a little more conservative with their kings now that the town centers are up.
Sick. And Red is housed as well. Horrible to see by Mr. Red here. The Super Boomer, kind of the wild horse here, 1400 squeezed into with those great players as well.
Yeah, certainly a bit of a skill discrepancy between him. I think the next up is maybe Duresser, who's around 1700, and the rest are around 18 or 1900. So a little bit of a skill discrepancy. Should hopefully be a good game either way. And I do like, I think his position's actually not that bad. He's kind of by himself, and he does have some food in that area.
Yeah, well, he has 1 shellfish, but needs to build another lumber camp, has some deers around, a boar, gold. So it's actually not too bad. He will get a lot of time. If we compare that to, for example, green, gray, and blue, very close together.
Yeah, they'll have to fight over resources right away. That's pretty typical of a nomad-style game. It looks like players are being more conservative with their kings. Are there any players that you see are still scouting with their kings? Yeah, I see Red is kind of going back towards this town.
Red is coming back. Blue is still at the very top here. Might pass gray and green to get back home.
Ooh, those fatties, they have a great line of sight, but you don't want to run them in the town center. I've done that way too many times, and I haven't even played many games with these settings.
Oh man, yeah, well, let's take a look. I also like the position of Teal, very far away, and something we didn't discuss yet is civilizations. They had the free choice, we had some bans, and again, not a single choice done twice. I'm surprised.
Players have their preferences, I guess. I love seeing all the civ variety. I would like to ask, is Goths an available pick?
Yes, absolutely.
That's so weird.
It's
It's so weird that players haven't chosen that. That's like when I think of the best civilizations for these settings, I think of like Spanish, Goths, and maybe Mongols or Koreans.
Oh, Malay I really liked as well. And yeah, I wouldn't mind Koreans. Mongols were an option as well. The only civilizations banned were Teutons, Celts, Incas, Slav, Japanese, and Khmer. So none of the civilizations you would have liked.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Duresser is going to be the first to take the monument. He's had the monument for some time, and boy, is he banking up resources, and he's going to hold those resources for a while because you can't take that transport ship away.
Yeah, it will be guaranteed till kind of Super Boomer reaches feudal age and wants to attack there. But even then, like, you need to kill that transporter. And I think the Esser is getting a lot of resources. As you can see, he's holding it for roughly 200 seconds already.
Yeah, tons of resources for him. He's going to double down with a dock in that area, so I'm sure he'll probably go with some galleys to try to defend. And he should have enough to defend from Super Boomer. Probably no other player is going to go for the water control for the middle, so I imagine Duresser is going to have this monument for quite some time.
Yeah, he is looking pretty good there. Second dock feels a bit like an overkill, but, well...
Let's keep an eye on Blue's King. Kong Forever is pretty close to some of his opponent's town centers. He's actually going to have to thread the needle if he wants to get back to his own town.
Oh, let's take a look. It's a bit wild.
Oh, Gray just lost a build to a boar.
Uh-oh, Blue. If he goes right of the house, this might be ugly for him.
Oh,
this could be so bad.
Oh, okay.
He saw it.
Oh, that was a close one.
Oh, and he lost a villager.
Yeah. It's better than losing a king, though.
And it's better than losing 2 villagers, which he did afterwards. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Well, this is one of the high qualifiers. Welcome. Oh man.
Really some excitement early on. It looks like Duressor and Influenza going to go up nice early time. Does Influenza even have a dock? Oh yeah, he's got a dock in the top left. So I guess we'll go for some galleys.
Yeah, not too sure on how much he will go. By the way, I feel like you're cutting out a bit early at the end of your sentence.
Oh, I'll hold
So
my bush to
maybe-
talk a little longer then.
Okay. Gray losing 1 villager, as you mentioned before. That's why we already saw 4 deaths already. Red lost 1 as well. What is this? How is this a high qualifier?
Yeah, boar lures. They can kill at any level.
Influenza now sneak the dock around here as well. Let's take a look. Fire galley for him. But purple, he will try to defend this. It's holding it for 415 seconds now. And, well, everything on wood here. I think this castle age timing won't even be too shabby.
No, not at all. Now that we have a little bit of time before any of this action really heats up, which civilizations do you think would be the strongest in this kind of water-dominated King of the Hill?
I like Chinese with their demo strengths. Malians don't have bracer, Persians don't have bracer, that's not too great. Vietnamese, I think, don't have fast fire ships. Maybe Turks? I think they don't even have fast fire ships either. Yeah. They aren't really strong. A lot of people counted on the monument being on the land, I believe.
I would agree with you. I actually do like... The Chinese are one of the few civilizations here that actually get a water bonus, and that demo bonus maybe could come into a good effect. I'm not 100% sure of which civilizations get shipwright, but that would be a big upgrade for these otherwise non-water civilizations.
Yeah. Fighting a bit under the dock here. The SS macro not too great. Maybe thinking about some more buildings here in the back. Still getting a reasonable amount of resources. Red, what is he up to? Built a tower now close to the monument. They're fighting for it.
Yeah, they're really going at it. I don't know what chances Red thinks he has at getting that middle, but the tower will actually lock that. Actually, I think that's a pretty good idea. I mean, it's really close to the monument and should be able to maybe defend with it.
Not really. Like, fire galleys can just kill those villagers now.
Well, the tower's already up. Could build a second.
Or just 1 fire galley can camp under it and kill the tower.
Well, it looks like Red is actually not on stone, so... Yeah, I guess you're correct.
Another tower would have been nice for him, yeah.
And where I'm looking right now, I think this is going to get pretty interesting. Right in between gray, blue, and green. Some of the players should probably be transitioning to land. I don't see any military units quite yet. Kong's taking a bit of stone. We have a fast castle from Flu. Should heat up relatively soon.
All of them playing fast castle without any military buildings. Kind of surprising to me. Going for some water shenanigans here, winning against Influenza, who will have to go for the castle after that, but doesn't have the greatest resources.
Yeah, so Influenza gonna go with the castle and Magyar Hussars? Do you think that's a viable strategy?
Well, at the moment he has 1 farm working for himself, so the castle is quite far away if he only has 4 bank.
Well, the castle will obtain him some map control at the very least, and I do like it for that reason.
Well, he will be sandwiched between someone potentially going to canoes, so will be tricky for sure. Meanwhile, seems like the tower died. Red is trying another, or going for another attempt here, trying to go for the water. The only super peaceful guy at the moment is Mr. Teal.
Yeah, I wanted to point that out. He's kind of, I mean, he's fish booming away on his own. He's all by himself on that right corner. I really like his position, maybe just as much as Duressor, although Duressor certainly has more resources to work with.
Let's see about that. Quite safe. Elise even getting, or Alice, Getting a nice fish boom up there at the top, kind of uncontested. 18-12 timing behind there. Well, Chinese obviously with an incredible start here. Malians, Persians, all strong civilizations, and Influenza apparently bought himself up to Castle Age with not the greatest eco, but enough other resources.
Yeah, so I think that Teal's got tons of resources. He's probably going to go with a few knights. He's got a stable. No knights quite yet. Just going to go 3-town center boom. Probably a lot of these players, if they can, going to go 3-town center boom. And I'm going to see what Duresser's going to do. Looks like he's just going to add another town center.
He has 3 docks here. It's 16 fishing ships, so might even go for a forced TC here. Completely uncontested. I think he will have a really beautiful time here. Will do a lot of booming, can sit back. But then the big problem, how will he contest water?
Well, look at Duresser. He's adding a castle towards the middle. I like this decision as hold on to the middle as much as possible.
But is it really that efficient? Just compared to, like, he's at 20 villagers. He's just investing so much into it. Unlikely that he will actually win it at 350 years still to go. I think this is too much now.
You kind of have to ask, how did he get down to 21 villagers? Did he lose tons of villagers and I didn't see it?
He just, no, I don't think so. He has, oh, actually, he's 15 villagers. Well, he lost 15 units overall. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't really see any dead villagers around.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be a big mystery. Gray 0-1 KD and Heal with 0-0 KD, so I don't know where they could have been lost. Probably wasn't just making villagers.
Well, maybe just some fire galleys against all those towers. One villager around here. Well, he went for a lot of water. Maybe not the greatest macro player and was counting on those resources very early on.
Looks like Influenza's got his castle up. Going to put some pressure on Kong Forever, who's going with 3 town centers. Kong Forever's stuck against the edge of the map. And Influenza, he's got more than 1 farm now, so maybe he could make a few of those hustlers.
Well, it goes for another TC. I think it's mainly map control that you mentioned earlier. Protects him quite nicely against any shenanigans from Kong Forever if he wanted to go for something. But he just wants to peacefully boom away here on water as well. He doesn't want to contest too much, but his zoned in area here only consists of 1 gold spot.
Yeah, players fighting for as much space as they possibly could get. I'm a little bit worried for Kong Forever. He needs to be able to push out somehow, and just seems to be booming. Influenza's going to try to boom as much as he can. He's also kind of squished in there. At least Alice has a little bit of breathing room. So I think out of those 3 players, I prefer Alice's position the best.
Yeah, he isn't really in that one, right? He's booming away. He has the great fish boom, completely uncontested. He's just playing this very chill, and third dog at the same side, uncontested, chilled game for him.
And that's what you want in a free-for-all. You want to, unless you're going for the middle, you really want to try to not agitate anyone and try to build your economy and then pick your right spots and try to be as efficient as possible.
Okay, let's take a look here. Genghis Khan is actually going for some water control here, most likely. Builds the castle close to the shoreline. Has thrown its stone, even left in the bank. 3-4 TC is running for him. Let's take a look if he's going for some docks now. Looks like it.
Yeah, going to go for a few docks. Notably, the Malians don't get fast fire ships, so it's going to be just galleons and heavy demos for him. I don't think he has much of a chance. Maybe he does. Actually, he might be able to take the middle because, I mean, Duresser's economy is so weak, so he's going to make a play, I guess, for the middle.
Well, 41 villagers at the moment and losing some stuff under the castle. It's not directly increasing the KD here. 6-18 now. But still, the eco is ticking in for him. He has a second TC. Is he thinking about imping? No, just university for most likely ballistic.
Going back to Kong Forever situation, looks like he's going to expand towards the bottom. Has a town center there and sending some villages down there. I wonder how Super Boomer's gonna take this if he sees this.
Well, at the moment he's just chasing a village of Alice as well. Looks like Alice has some speed advantage though here. As if he's maybe having... Oh! Super Boomer finishing it off.
And he's gonna kill another. This villager's on a rampage.
Oh yeah. Oh.
The Super Boomer's just getting up to the next stage, quite a bit behind in economy. As long as no one agitates him, he should be able to have a shot at this a little bit later on in the game, hopefully.
Okay, let's take a look. We have more water for our purple player. Now builds a dock at the other side even. Goes for 7 docks, 51 villagers. Jurgis can. He can go to Imp apparently.
Well, I think the Sleeping Giant has been awoken. That Fish Boom has really helped his economy out, and now he's going to go for a full play in the middle. He might be the player that first hits that 100-year mark, assuming Duresser is going to lose it right here. And no other players really thinking about contesting the water, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, red thought about it, but got smashed down. Green saw no real options there. Gray, he is chilling at the moment, trying to set himself up, maybe to a land attack. We'll see about that. We both agreed. Chinese might have a good shot here, even on border.
Absolutely. When none of the civs have water bonuses, even a small water bonus can seem like a big one. And even looking at Kong Forever, I do want to point out that another castle went up by Alice, and Kong has lost some mangonels, so he's not looking in a great position, which we kind of already knew.
Yeah, well, Influenza is active. Kong is trying to get another castle up, but honestly, he doesn't have anything against the mangonels, so this is going to be potentially a costly castle. Oh, jumps back into it, and that's the king even there. Oh boy. Oh, but gets him back.
Gotta be careful with that one. I actually might want to evacuate that king. Might want to put him in a transport ship and ship him to the corner of the map, because he's running out of space to run.
Maybe down there. Influenza trying to get hit in blue. It's another volley.
And let's see if he's going to get this castle, or it's going to be a doubt castle. Ooh. Oh, losing a lot of villages. This might be a doubt castle.
It looks like it at the moment. Even grounded taking that area. Oh, but now a mangonel from the side. Kong should clear this up. Influenza not taking care at the moment. Gets one mangonel, scares the second one away, and should get the castle up.
Kong's gonna live for now, and certainly this will be a thorn in Influenza's side as long as Kong is still around. Influenza still no space to boom. Very low population for him. And I'm just looking at Jurgis Khan. Is he going to make this play towards the middle? He's going to get the galleon upgrade.
But as we said earlier, no bracer for him, so maybe... I'm not even sure Malians, do they have fast fire ships? I think so. Okay. Good that I have you here. Or said something wrong?
Yeah, they're very much a poor water civilization.
Okay. But well, galleons will be enough to clear this up. Ballistic is now coming well. Goes for dry dock as well and should just smash this. And well, Teresa, he did hold it for the last, let's say, 29 minutes. He got a lot of resources out of the monument, but his time is over.
Yeah, and it's looking pretty... It's not looking promising on land either, as Alice has started to get a little serious. He's got some Chuckanu raiding on the farms, and some trebuchets already set up. If Duresser wants to defend this, I think he needs to get to the Imperial Age or start making Skirmisher right now.
Okay, let's see about that. Alice is pretty annoying for Conk as well. Influenza tries to get some more castles up. Not a lot of attack here. Gray not making too many enemies, although, well, he is focusing a bit more on Purple, who just lost the monument.
Yeah, first monument change of this game. Only 190 years remaining. Jurgis Khan he's got one of the better economies in this game, and now he has the monument as well. Some other players are going to have to actually take this seriously because they're going to have to build docks, build a navy, and it's going to take some time to even contest the water. Yeah,
let me take a quick look. Do they know how the monument looks like? They see it's full water. So... yeah, they aren't really going for it yet. I would love to see Gray thinking about that at one point, because just killing Purple, that already looks pretty down, can't be the best approach.
I don't think it's a bad idea. I think it's going to obtain him so much more resources and map control and a little bit more water as well. I think, honestly, the best strategy is to try to kill another opponent first and then try to go for the middle if it's possible.
Okay. I think the more players we have, that makes sense if we have 8 players, because it's unlikely that one player will actually get the monument, but red is kind of out of it. So if gray is thinking about killing purple, then it's only green and blue that could actually contest teal here. Quite risky.
It's really hard. I don't see who... I mean, Alice is the closest thing to a superpower in this game, aside from Genghis Khan that would contest the middle. Certainly, Conk Forever is way too far away. Influenza is too weak. Super Boomer is too weak. And Duresser's not getting back on the water anytime soon, so I'm really looking towards Alice. He needs to recognize the situation.
Let's see if he does that. Now moving forward, we'll snag some villagers here from teal or purple, but no real dogs. He has a lot of them on the outside though, so attacking shouldn't be the worst thing. Even attacks to Galleon, so slowly but surely prepares himself.
Yeah, making some of those tech switches. We have 150 years remaining. It's not panic time yet. But we'll have to... I think about 100 years really should ramp up his galley production. First stock coming up for Alice in the middle.
Oh, Super Boomer. Preparing everything here. Demos, Mong, Janissaries, more dogs as well, but still not him. That's an upgrade he really needs to free all his techs for the late game.
All right, we have our first shipwright upgrade coming in from Alice. That's a really nice upgrade. I don't know exactly which civilizations get this, but the fact that the Chinese get this, that's a really big upgrade.
Yeah, Chinese do, Spanish do, Vikings do not. That's what I can tell you. Japanese do, I believe. For everyone who doesn't know, ships produce 33% faster, and I think cost 33% less wood or something like that, or 35%. Like that, yeah. So it's like Vikings then in the wood count in AOC days.
Mm-hmm. Plus the build speed, so it's a great upgrade to have.
Yeah, but also costs 1,000 food, 300 gold or something. So quite costly early on, but Alice will like it simply to get a lot more production out. Now takes the first toe into the water, sees what's going on here.
Yeah, he's going to actually contest the water, so I have some good hope that this monument will change hands. I don't see too much from Genghis Khan. I guess he's been focusing a lot on his economy and maybe a bit on land, as he's got Onager up and he's Duresser. He's going to completely annihilate Duresser with this Onager play.
Duresser, he was there at the center, and we've seen it over and over again. You're making yourself a lot of enemies if you first one to get that advantage, and he's getting attacked by Grey and Teal at the same time with very little investment. Jurgis, maybe he's only in for the gold? No, he also is raiding at the sides.
I think Duresser, he came, he saw, and he got conquered. And now he's going to be out of this game. So, good play from him in the early, but didn't put enough investment onto land.
And we're down to the first time ever, 102 years. You know what that means. Spam those nearly years in the chat, guys. Now this is on. Every time now the owner of the monument switches, it goes back up to 100 years. We're getting into the intense phase.
Yeah, it's getting really intense. Alice starting to amass a lot of galleons. It looks like Genghis Khan, is he giving up the monument?
Well, he isn't really there. Weird.
You think this is a good decision?
Oh, well, I think it's not intentional, honestly. And Grey will just easily take it over. Now I want to have the face cam on Genghis Khan if he was like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, what happened there?
Well, he's not going to be able to contest against these Chinese shipwright galleons with his Malian racerless galleons. So I guess big demo ship hits. That's what I was going to say. But that's really the key for his army.
Yeah, that's indeed the key. That's something he needs. Alice maybe with rams around could do something. Bombard cannons could be placed at those spots as well. Now a big move in here from our tier player, but without patrol, this is just horrible. What did he do? Moved in way too far in there.
Still, I think he might have the numbers. No, I just don't think the upgrades are going to be in there. I think this is going to be a big loss from Jurgis.
I think so as well. He had the better numbers, but then just lost like 6, 7 in there, then more reinforcement for Alice. That was horrible for our tier player.
And meanwhile, while this is all happening, Super Boomer getting shipwright and planning his own assault to go towards the monument.
But he's not thinking about holding the monument. He is thinking about denying the monument for others, because he's only going for demos here.
Oh, that should be fun, especially with these docks right next to it.
Oh yeah, it should be really sweet. Just unleashes them and can boom everything away.
Let's take a little attention and look back at the land on the left side. So we have cavalry archers from Influenza really putting a hurt on Kong Forever, who's only got basically albs at this stage. And Kong Forever's in turn doing the hurt onto Super Boomer, as Super Boomer is getting his base bulldozed.
Bulldoze it over, and well, only 2 rams for now, so it's really bulldozed over. And Kong Forever, he isn't really taking care of that. He's trying to boom away. That's a lot of dead villagers for him.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of players go out very early in this particular matchup.
Oh, unleash of the demo. Sorry for interrupting you. Let's take a look how they can just moving in there. You kind of need to click behind them and not trying to patrol in. And that's a lot of dead ships here on both sides.
Well, as we said, Super Boomer's not going to be able to take control of the water, but he did get some good trades there. I mean, his KD's kind of even up, but still looks like Alice has enough control of the middle.
It's KD evened up because demos are actually not in the lost unit tab if they die intentionally.
Oh boy, Alice coming with some siege rams, I hope. No, these are not Persian castles. So, possibility Super Boomer actually loses his castles, and that might have been all of his momentum that he just wasted.
Yeah. Maybe some bomber towers would have been nice there with 13 range at the edge as well. But well, then Alice could just come around with some rams, exactly what he's doing now.
When we think about all these players that are out of this game, we had Duresser out, now Super Boomer looks to be going out, Kong Forever's not in a great position. Influenza looks to be gaining a little bit of power throughout the last half hour here.
Well, he's doing something for sure. And you still should press that...
Sorry about that.
Button a bit longer, and well, he has now recurve bow, so most of his upgrades now on his CA. Big engagement here against Gray. 80 years to go.
Yeah, all 3 players right there in the middle. Super Boomer still giving it all he's got towards obtaining the middle. We have 75 years remaining for Alice, and this is a big fight for him. If he's able to maintain control, then that timer will keep ticking down. Otherwise, it will reset, and it looks like he's done enough.
Oh, and Red is actually attacking the wrong guy. He should attack the left-hand side together with Genghis Khan. I believe at one point it was not actually a monument. Genghis Khan could have sent in 1 galleon and just snack it away to, yeah, lengthen it another 30 years.
One thing I'm looking for is that Genghis Khan has got a lot of investment onto his land army. He's got Siege Onager. Duresser's almost gone. His king's going to go down any second now. So I'm looking for Genghis Khan to maybe do some damage to Alice on the land and really weaken him up.
Well, the king actually might be saved. He's trying to save it in the transporter. But, well, make 10 villagers have to be saved first before the king will actually be allowed on the ship again.
Well, to survive, you actually need a villager and a king to be able to do something. I noticed that in one of my community games. One of my... players only saved their king and then realized that they had nothing left to go on with.
Oh, Jurgis might go for it. There's no transporter around. Transporter come. He's trying to this. This is Farimba Cavaliers. Can he finish those walls of villagers blocking it? And it looks like the monk will be saved. The king.
For another
Some
day.
villagers with it. And we need a big water fight here. Red kind of out of it. He's at pop 96 out of 90. Alice doing a great job. Pop 200 for him. Teal, even if he gets this one, I don't really see him winning this one. Alice in a beautiful spot.
A great spot. Genghis Khan is not going to be able to do this alone. He needs someone else of at least equal power to himself to be able to do something. It's not going to be Kong Forever. It's not going to be Super Boomer. Who's it going to be?
I think, honestly, feels like no one. Green and blue are fighting against each other. Gray, he seems to be very well set up. Maybe too few dogs around. But Teal, he's not attacking. It's only 30 years. Why is no one thinking about the wonder?
Maybe the only thing he could maybe hope for is maybe he goes for a king snipe, but that's highly unlikely.
Even
Yeah.
then, you need to kill the ships. Otherwise, everyone loses.
Oh god, what would happen then?
Yeah, everyone loses. If you snipe the king, and he still has ships in the Wonder. What is Teal doing? He needs to fight. Why are they not communicating?
Oh man.
What is going on here?
Oh, I'm getting so... This happens every King of the Hill game, where there's always a lack of communication, then we get so annoyed. Why there's so much lack of communication?
Jurgis is trying to make something happen on land as well, but we need pressure on water. Why is no one thinking about this? At the moment, there's not a lot of protection. Maybe Jurgis could move in, but 13 years, it has to be enough. Alice has way too much left.
Yeah, I'm looking... Where is Alice's king, actually? I have no clue where this thing is. Oh, it's out in the open! Look, look, look! Look at Green! Green's cavalry archers!
Oh yeah!
Oh! Oh no!
Guys, we will have to replay this! It's everyone losing unless they can send a ship here. Jurgis, go for it! 3 more years! Oh no, if he moves in, he needs to move in. No, patrol! Don't patrol it! You have to move in to the monument! Go for the monument! No! Don't patrol in! Go for the monument! Oh, everyone is defeated!
Oh, Alice, all you had to do was protect your king. Oh, man.
Oh!
Well, I'm excited. We get to see another game.
We have to rematch this. No one won.
Oh, that was great.
No one won. Gray lost his king. Where was that?
That was the best ending ever.
Oh boy. Okay. So what we have to replay this.